So for FANI right now, it's losses on top of losses on top of losses on top of losses as it relates to the Trump case. And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, y'all. I know most of you all watching today want to see some kind of justice, want to see some kind of accountability in the Fulton County District Attorney's Office and across the country, really. And if you want to see that, y'all, go ahead and hit the like button because we're going to deliver a little bit of that for you today. Now, as you can see in this tweet from Tamar Hollerman, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, y'all. Tamar says, breaking: the Georgia Court of Appeals rejected an attempt from Fulton prosecutors to restore 6 counts that had been nixed from the Fulton election interference indictment against Donald Trump and others. So what does this mean, y'all? Let's break this down. What this means is that there were 6 counts that the Fulton County prosecutors put in this indictment. And then these accounts, the accused, they challenged these. They said, hey, we can't even tell what the heck y'all want us to defend ourselves against. Like, what are you saying we did wrong here? So Ms. Hollerman continues. They affirmed Fulton Judge Scott McAfee, who said the charges lacked enough detail for attorneys to mount a suitable legal defense for their clients. In other words, you're charging me with something, but I don't really know what the crime is that you're saying. How can I defend myself when I don't even see the crime here? More or less. We're going to get into the actual appeals court decision here shortly, y'all. Ms. Hollerman continues. All 6 relate to allegations that defendants had illegally urged Georgia election officials to violate their oaths of office. All right, so this is what Ms. Hollerman is reporting. She continues, this is the same 3-judge panel that in a 2-1 decision last month removed FANI and her office from the election interference case. Willis has appealed. Today's ruling is important because the underlying case is still alive, albeit on life support. Now let's circle back around and make sure everybody's caught up to date. I'm going to be doing this on every video. FANI has 2 different things going on at once, both related to the Trump case and both complicated by her relationship with Nathan Wade. The first thing she has going on is she herself is subject to an investigation by the Georgia Senate. They are issuing a subpoena for her to come and testify. They want to ask her questions about movements of money, about her paying Nathan Wade, about whether or not she was getting a kickback or getting some kind of benefit from the money she was paying out to Nathan Wade. Remember, he was not employed by the Fulton District Attorney's Office. So she was paying her boyfriend to investigate and to prosecute Donald Trump. That's one thing. So now she has to go testify as of now. On the other hand, we have the actual Donald Trump case itself. And as I just read, this 3-judge appeals court panel has removed FANI and her entire office from that case. FANI is appealing that decision to the Supreme Court of Georgia. So as part of the indictment of the case that she's just been removed from, there were 6 charges where the lawyers for the defendant say, we don't even know what we're trying. We don't know what you're accusing us of having done wrong. Okay, so that's to bring you up to date. So this is about the Donald Trump case that FANI has been removed from. Finally, Ms. Hollerman says appeals court rejects push from FANI Willis to reinstate 6 charges in Trump indictment. Now let's take a look at the very end of this appeals court decision so we can read it here and get a firm understanding just of the end, y'all. We're not going to go through all the legal mumbo jumbo. Applying a similar analysis here. So they gave an analysis of a legal concept. Applying a similar analysis here, we find that the indictment fails to include enough detail to sufficiently apprise the defendants of what they must be prepared to meet so that they can intelligently prepare their defenses, as the trial court pointed out in its order. Quote, "The United States Constitution contains hundreds of clauses, any one of which can be the subject of a lifetime's study. Academics and litigators devote their entire careers to the specialization of a single amendment. To further complicate the matter, the Georgia Constitution is not a mere shadow of its federal counterpart. In other words, the Georgia Constitution is not just a copy of the United States Constitution. And although some provisions feature similar language between the two constitutions, the Georgia Constitution has been interpreted to contain dramatically different meanings. We therefore affirm the trial court's order granting the special demurrer and quashing counts 2, 5, 6, 23, 28, and 38 of the indictment." Now, you know what's interesting about this is that FANI's office has been removed from the case. So we have to ask ourselves, who's even getting this decision? Like, if FANI wanted to appeal this decision to the Supreme Court, would she even have standing to do so, considering she's off the case now? I mean, she is appealing that, right? But this is such a mess, people. We don't even know who's in receipt of this. I mean, we all see it, but who is in receipt of it, as in, okay, if I have a problem with it, I can do something about it. I imagine it's not FANI, because FANI's been removed by the same people, the same appeals court panel that just issued this decision. So for FANI right now, it's losses on top of losses on top of losses on top of losses as it relates to the Trump case. And she lost the YSL case as relates to having gone to verdict. And now Trump's about to be president, and who knows what that's going to bring. So anyway, y'all, this is just the latest loss for FANI. She has been claiming victory. She said, listen, we're getting the crime down in Atlanta. And if that's the case, excellent. I support that. But y'all, now it's your turn. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Do you think FANI's going to win her appeal to the Supreme Court and get put back on the case? Do you think that if FANI is put back on the case, she's going to also appeal this ruling and try to get counts 2, 5, 6, 23, 28, and 38 put back? Do you think that FANI's going to have to testify in front of the Senate of the state of Georgia? And if so, what do you think the result of that's going to be? Do you think FANI is going to get impeached and removed from office? Y'all, it's up to you. I just want to hear from y'all. I appreciate y'all. Share this video out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you tremendously, and we'll see you back for the next one.